How y'all doing? Hey, great being here again today. Beautiful. Had a great week last week.
Yeah,
that whole suicide prevention and construction and mental health stuff, that went over beautifully across the group.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben, we're doing our toolbox talk, of course, and Ben came in with this great idea for a toolbox talk. He actually had 2 ideas for a toolbox talk this week. Did you get stung by a mosquito this week, Ben? Huh?
No, I have not. No.
Well, you were concerned about it.
No, I was talking about how there's a mosquito problem in Burlington. That thing that the thing that she put out.
Equine
Yeah.
encephalitis thing. It's not a joke.
No,
this is serious
you're
stuff.
the one making it a joke.
I mean, you remember that we got lead flying all over friggin' Burlington, and we're getting warnings on don't get bit by a mosquito.
After 6:30.
After 6:30 at night. That is true. Yeah, be careful after 6:30.
Yeah.
No, there's all kinds of stuff going on in Burlington, and I'm worried about being out after 6:30 and not getting bit by a mosquito.
Yeah.
And they said, as far as this goes, only because you wanted to bring it up.
No, yeah, that's right.
Right? They said, yes, after 6:30, do not work or play around wet, soggy areas. That's a protection thing. Use a CDC insect repellent that includes that DEET stuff.
Yeah, have you seen the ones that just clip on you now?
Hold on. Mosquito repellent that clips on you?
And it
Does
makes
it clip next to your concealed weapon?
No, yeah, that'd be a good way to protect yourself.
Huh?
No, I haven't looked that up yet. They might sell like a dual purpose holster.
If you're in Burlington, you got your concealed weapon on this hip, and you got your mosquito repellent on that hip, and you're all set to go.
Yeah.
And then they also said, as far as PPE, what was that?
Long sleeves, long pants.
So you don't get bit.
Yeah.
By a.
Yeah, I'm gonna do boots, pants, long sleeves, neck gaiter, hat that has the netting that goes down.
Yeah.
That's
then you're gonna do that
with
from
gloves.
6:30 to midnight or what?
6:28. I'll start getting ready.
Okay.
And then hopefully be ready by 6:30.
But that's not our true toolbox talk we want to talk about today, right?
No, but I did want to have that be it, but you said
you
no.
wanted to talk about that.
But you said no.
So we worked that in?
Yeah.
We got that there? Actually, what we were going to talk about, only because we've had a couple incidents, was some overhead power line safety. And when you're operating in and around power lines,
which we do a lot,
you got, well, because all the trenching and all the road work tends to be underneath the power lines.
Yeah.
Correct? Or near houses with power feeds and whatnot. Not only do you have to worry about dig safe if you're digging in those areas, but you got to worry about the overhead power lines as well.
Yeah. So the first thing I would do would be, if I'm setting up for a job, I would look around, part of maybe my risk analysis or my risk assessment.
So you do a risk assessment for power lines?
Well, I mean, I would do a risk assessment in general, but I would have power lines be one of the things I look for.
Okay.
And have some sort of idea where they are and have a mental note, maybe jot that down somewhere.
So identify and address.
Yes.
Power lines or safety hazards before the work begins, like a typical hazard assessment you would do. Okay. Would, how about just keep yourself and equipment? How far away should I stay away from power lines? Laughing about.
I would be like 10 feet away.
You'd maintain 10 feet.
Yeah, I would personally.
What if you couldn't do 10 feet? Then what would you do?
You got me there. I would still
have a spotter?
Yeah.
To understand that, yes, we're in our 10-foot caution zone, but we want somebody to be able to identify when we are too close.
But I would want that to be that spotter's only job. I wouldn't want him to be coming in and out of a trench and trying to spot for me and whatnot.
How about if something comes in contact with that power line?
I wouldn't touch it.
Don't touch it.
No.
Don't jump out of it.
No.
Unless you can shuffle.
I guess, but I'm
not step.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you want to maintain contact the whole time.
Yeah.
With the ground.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. How about if there's fencing or fenced off areas around power lines.
I would beware of them
Beware of the fencing and whatnot.
and probably not go in unless I am authorized to do so.
Okay. How about carrying ladders around power lines? That's pretty, now think about it, you got this ladder.
That's part of our risk assessment.
Straight up in the air, and you're carrying that thing across underneath this power line.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you carry that horizontally?
I would.
Instead of vertically?
I don't typically carry my ladders vertically.
Okay,
I try to keep them pretty horizontal.
but you'd keep it horizontal.
I would, yeah.
Okay, because you don't want to make contact that way.
No.
And then, of course, always lowering any apparatus working under a power line
Yep.
to try to maintain that distance in between each, right?
Yeah.
How about if you have a power line fall?
A power line fall?
Yeah, if a power line falls in the middle of your job site, what should you do?
That's an emergency. We'd fall back on our emergency action plan.
Okay,
We'd have a muster point or emergency point that we'd discuss before we start working. And then you would just carry out your emergency action plan.
okay. And you probably maintain 30 or 35 feet away from this power line, cordon that off in some fashion
Yeah.
if it's laying there.
Call the power
And
company.
Power company, come address the situation.
Yeah, that would be a bad day.
Okay. How about water and power lines?
I
I
wouldn't-
mean, we've just talked about water and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And water and mosquitoes, of course, water attracts mosquitoes, and you
Yeah.
have mosquito ponds.
Well-
Now we got water and electrical services.
Yeah, I would kind of try to keep that clear.
You wouldn't want to work in water.
I definitely wouldn't, yeah, I don't think I'd do that.
Okay,
That's a good point.
okay. So that's all important stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can also, like I said with the risk assessment, if we know we're going to be around them, maybe work that into a toolbox talk like we're doing right now, or just do some sort of brief talk with your crew about the potential dangers.
So educate workers on safety procedures.
Yeah.
And requirements within this
Yeah.
hazard area that you've identified. Always use non-conductive materials in and around it. Wear your PPE, right? A hard hat would be good to wear.
Yeah.
Non-conductive hard hat, not one of those old school metal ones.
Yeah.
And your boots and whatnot.
Gloves, yeah.
So if you're doing a hazard, educate, toolbox talk on safety procedures and requirements within this hazard area, you'd probably hit on, 7 or 8 things.
Yeah, and it can be pretty quick. And I think the biggest thing too is just making sure everyone on site is aware of where these hazards are.
Okay, so my 7 or 8 things would be pretty easy. Hazard assessment, locate all overhead power lines.
Yeah, and make sure everyone's aware,
aware of that.
especially our operators.
Keep yourself and equipment 10 feet away.
Yep.
Unless you're using a spotter.
And if you're using a spotter, make sure he's paying attention. That was probably his only job.
Okay, don't touch anything that's in contact with that power line.
No,
Right.
which is hard in an emergency because your first reaction is to try to go save your buddy or trying to stop what's happening. And that's where a lot of these electrocutions are happening.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So if you touch a power line and you're being electrocuted,
Don't come grab me.
don't count on me to come help you.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd hope
You
you
can't
have a
count
better.
on me.
Well, I'd say that.
Maybe I'd get
I
a
say
broom.
that norm. I
Could
say
get
that
a-
normally.
Could I get a broom and just push you away?
No, I think we've had this conversation before, and you would just walk away.
Okay. Go get a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
brought to you by Lucky's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sponsored.
Okay. Always be aware and understand fencing around different power stations or
Yeah.
different power
Just knowing
outlets.
our work area. Yeah.
Okay. Carrying ladders, we hit on that, or other pipes or whatnot. Carry them horizontal, not vertical. Always lower equipment, that was another big one.
Yeah.
Lower equipment before driving or operating under power lines. If we have a down line, stay 30 or 35 feet, institute your emergency action plan, and then never spray water. I'm not sure where that came from.
Maybe you're just trying to clean them up because they look dirty, or
Okay, don't spray water around power lines.
no.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add today?
No.
You
I feel
pretty
like-
good?
I feel like we kind of hit that. Yeah. Other than I'm pretty concerned about the mosquitoes. So.
Yeah. I'm noticing that you're standing here with a cane.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. What's going on with the cane?
Oh, I hurt my ankle in my ligaments.
Doing what?
I was playing disc golf.
Disc golf.
Yeah.
You hurt yourself playing, throwing. I want to make sure we all understand.
I tripped in the woods.
No, you didn't trip in the woods. I want to make sure we all understand. Ben was throwing a frisbee and blew his ankle out.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what happened, isn't it?
Yeah, I went to the ER.
ER for a frisbee throw. Okay.
Yeah. But when I fall down the stairs at work tomorrow, it's
then it's
your
work
problem.
is called.
Yeah.
That's why we're all on one floor here.
That's true. That's a good point.
So, hey, be safe out there. Let's pay attention to the electricity and the hazards that are existing in and around our job sites. And let's have a good week. My name's Richard Wobby, and we have Ben Osha with us. And if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at AGC, 802-223-2374. Remember, we're here for you. Thank you all for joining us, and have a safe week. Thank you.